Hello, everyone. Um, what we are going to talk about today is delay. Delay in your reaction. Now, delaying is generally has a negative connotation to it. Don't always get things done fast. Delay is not good. The perception is not good. But when it comes to emotional reactions, delay is what you want. Now, why is that? We'll get to it before I have established a premise for you, a prerequisite, if you will. What I want you to know is a fact from neuroscience that 95% of our brain functioning is unconscious. We are governed by evolutionary forces. Our brain is a result of 6 million years of evolution. We might like to think we are this, this individual, we have this individual ego, but we are largely a product of evolutionary forces acting out. We are more irrational than we would like to think. We might think we are this sophisticated modern human with smartphones, but no, we are more irrational than we imagine ourselves to be. We are more conformist than we imagine ourselves to be. If you, we all have studied the diagram of the brain through our schooling. If you remember how the brain looks, the base of the brain, the medulla region, it's it's part of the reptilian brain. It's ancient, and it is the seat for hormones. All hormonal systems lie there, and this is where our emotions originate from. From the base, then we go to the central region of the brain, which is where the basal ganglia lies. This part is where habits are stored, out of obviously from other apart from many other functions. And lastly, we come to the frontmost part, which is called the prefrontal cortex. This is where reasoning lies and willpower lies. Reasoning implies rationality. You see, even on physical level, there's a gap in reasoning and emotions. And our body always has a preference for emotional reactions. Why is that? Evolution, 6 million years. You can't, with the last 100, 200 years of industrialization, stands no chance against 6 million years of evolution. The nerve signals from this part of the brain, the base, always have a preference over reasoning, which implies you'll end up giving an emotional reaction in the moment. You might have noticed in your life, at many instances, that in the heat of the moment, you'll say something, and always, more often than not, you'll regret what you said. In fact, there's a quote by one of my favorite writers, Edgar Allan Poe. He said, "Years of love forgot in a minute of hatred." It's strange, huh? And then later we say, I don't know what was going through my mind. I was like a different person then. Yeah, we do say that. No, that wasn't me. I know I said that, but that's not me. Why is that? Because your emotions were acting out. Now, how do you not hurt your close ones? How do you not give a reckless answer? As I said, delay. Delay your reaction. Maybe the best time to respond would be an hour later. Maybe, in fact, a day later. Depends on the situation. I remember when I was taking certain coaching classes a couple of years ago, my mentor who ran the classes, she had an assistant who did something that wasn't quite ethical. And what my mentor did was, instead of immediately dealing with her, she asked her to meet her the next day. And she told me uh, the way she dealt with her was perfect the next day, because she had the time to let the emotions have pass by, the emotions surface obviously, uh, and with time the emotions passed by, and then reasoning came into the picture. This also ties to my another point which I'd like to make is, I'm not saying emotions are bad. We are emotional creatures, but emotional reaction at a particular situation may not be the best. And we shouldn't fight emotions either, because that would be unnatural. But yes, delay your reaction. You know how that old adage goes, time solves everything. I think the point of the adage was, with time, your irrational part fades away and then reasoning comes into the picture. An example of this would be from the history, which a popular example which I'd like to quote is of Sir